Jai Hind. In this video, I am going to talk about the 5 common mistakes that students generally make while preparing for the Services Selection Board, that is SSB. Common mistake number 1. Tips from other candidates. It is common for students to take tips and guidance from candidates who have faced SSB before, even though they may not have been recommended. This simply means that the candidates who fail to qualify must have had some flaw and lacuna which led to their failure. Now, if you take tips from those who have failed to clear SSB, there is a high likelihood that you will commit the same mistakes, thus minimizing the probability of your success. So the lesson learned is, do not take Gyan from unrecommended candidates or even candidates who have cleared SSB because they are not trained assessors. Common mistake number 2. Applying trial and error method. Some candidates resort to trial and error method to clear SSB. This simply means that the candidates make random attempts at SSB hoping to be successful in one of the various chances that they take. Please remember that SSB is not a lottery. Please also understand that the methods of selection employed at SSB are well researched and based on established psychological principles. You must know that the selection methods employed by SSB centers in India is more or less the same as the selection process in many countries across the world. So the lesson learnt is, prepare well before going for SSB, as success will transform your life forever. After all, being a Class 1 commissioned officer in the armed forces is a matter of great pride. Common mistake number 3. Joint study for SSB preparation. It is common for students to resort to joint study while preparing for SSB. Now, this may prove beneficial for tests such as lecturate and group discussion. However, this may prove counter-effective for the psychological tests. For example, people tend to share the stories that they have written while practicing for the thematic or perception tests. When a candidate writes a story which is copied or inspired by another candidate, one misses the opportunity to project his or her original self and display his or her officer-like qualities. It may also result in dichotomy between one's own stories, and this does not go unnoticed by the psychologist, who is not only a trained professional but is very experienced as well. So the lesson learned is, while preparing for the psychological tests, practice independently and do not copy others' stories for thematic or perception test, sentences for the word association test, and self-description test. Number 4. Do not misguide others. People who have appeared for SSB and were either successful or unsuccessful start coaching and guiding others who are due to appear in future. Now, this amounts to misguiding gullible candidates. While the intention may be good, one may unconsciously end up giving the wrong advice or tip, as only a trained professional can be the perfect guide or coach. The lesson learnt is, do not start coaching or guiding others if you are not trained. Focus on yourself and your own preparation. Common mistake number 5. Do not get inspired by SSB guides. A plethora of SSB guides are available in the market. It is seen that candidates buy SSB guides and read through the various responses of thematic perception test, word association test, situation reaction test, and self-description test given in the guide. Once a person has read the stories, sentences, and reactions from the guide, the candidates experience a sort of mental block and are now unable to think and write an original story or original sentence of their own. This tremendously reduces the chances of success, as so many candidates who have used the same guide for preparation would end up writing more or less similar stories, similar sentences, and similar answers for the situation reaction test. The lesson learnt is: do not read the stories of thematic perception test, the sentences of word association test, the responses of situation reaction test, and the paragraphs of the self-description test from any SSB guide. This will help you to maintain clear and original ideas which are unique to you, thus improving your chances of being recommended. I hope this video will prove to be beneficial in your quest for success in SSB. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel for more informative videos, and share it with other SSB aspirants. If you have any doubts regarding SSB, or if you want me to make a video on a specific topic, then please write in the comment below. Wish you success. Jai Hind.